Hello and welcome to episode 7. I mean, how good are India these days? We always knew the batting was brilliant. Bowling has been good, but this performance in Lucknow, unreal. Anyway, if I keep speaking, I think the intro will be full of India and how well they're bowling. But for the moment, let's take questions and how good your questions have been. Football, cricket, shoes, music. You've covered everything. Okay, so it's time. Let's just get straight into the questions and let me answer whatever I can. First question from Yash Shah. Hi DK, is this the best ever Indian bowling attack? I feel that. I in fact tweeted it as well, so I believe it is. Second one, Mr. Krishna Kumar K. Exactly my dad's name as well. Now next. Not sure which to celebrate more, Rohit the captain or Rohit the batsman. Unga choice. Why should we choose between the two? I mean, Rohit the captain, outstanding. Rohit the batsman, even better. I think I'm enjoying both sides of Rohit this time. I've really enjoyed watching him in this World Cup. He's been quite the revelation. He was brilliant last World Cup. And he's just carried on, not only as a batsman, but he's taken one step ahead in captaincy as well. He's been outstanding. Third question, Lewis. Where is Shubman Gill going wrong? Will he be able to make it as the #1 ODI batsman by the end of the World Cup? First, Shubman Gill, the way he got out was a bit of a technical issue because he's always been a little vulnerable to the ball coming in. And it was a really good spell of bowling from Chris Woakes. He got a few to go away, then brought the ball back in and was fuller as well. So great bowling. What should he do? He has to, as you know, it's pretty obvious. He needs to get the runs and he will. He's been the highest run getter for India even now in this whole year. So I'm sure he'll, do brilliantly. And let's not put too much pressure. #1 ODI batsman. It's nice if he gets it, but it's not the end of the world in case he doesn't either. This one is from Prashant Nair. Scott Edwards has been the most impressive wicketkeeper and captain for me this World Cup. Very correct. Who has been your favourite keeper and captain in this World Cup? The answer is there in the question itself, sir.
My answer also the same.
Even I said it on air. I believe has been the best so far. This question from Bhargav Moda. Is it high time that ICC must apply IPL/PSL like qualifier eliminator rule in World Cup so that the teams finishing on top 2 have some advantage? The charm of a World Cup, interestingly, has been the upsets, the pressure that you deal with when you play a 1 West floor or a 2 West 3 semi-final. So that shouldn't go. If you look at football World Cup, there's quarters, semis, finals, and the charm, as I said, that's the right word, the charm, the pressure, the electricity that happens in the lead up to the game. Those things will go out a little bit if it is this kind of a format where, we have an eliminator, then the top 1 and 2 play like the IPL. But IPL is a different, obviously, kettle of fish, so it's a different tournament, different rules, and that suits IPL. I think this semi-final, final has a certain, beauty attached to it, and I enjoy it. Abhishek Yadav, dismissal of Babar or Butler in 2023? Which Kuldeep delivery did you enjoy the most? Dismissal of Babar, because in England, in Manchester, it wasn't turning so much, but he still found that bat pad gap by turning the ball. I thought that was a great ball. Now, Butler's ball was beautiful as well. It's hard to compare, but if I had to choose one, I thought Babar's ball was slightly better. This one is from Murthy. Why do you think that Sri Lanka could not manage the injuries well? Sir, Sri Lanka is a cricket team. They are not a hospital. They can't manage injuries. But what they could have done, I don't know. And I say I don't know only because certain injuries you can prevent, which could mean if you train better, probably you'll avoid a certain injury. Certain injuries like finger injury or people getting hit while batting, fielding, now that is not something you can do much about. I feel bad for Sri Lanka.
In poverty, the flour is wet. Yani ki kangali mein aata geela.
They've had a very decent World Cup so far, but the injuries have really hampered them a lot. And, it started with Wanindu Hasaranga and Chamira, but now luckily Chamira is back. But there's been a few injuries. For every 2 changes they make in the 11, there are 2 changes that is also forced upon them because of the injuries. This question is from Ankit Jha. Is Babar's batting approach putting pressure on Pakistan's batting lineup? I see a lot of questions on Babar and most of it in the negative connotation. I believe Babar's role has been that for some time now. Can he improve his tempo a little bit? Yes, that comes with confidence. I think he's burdened a little bit by captaincy, 1. 2, people around him have to play at a great tempo and then he can increase his tempo accordingly. Otherwise, he is the kind of player who takes lesser risks but still hits boundaries. but will not keep taking high risks. A lot of the players who bat at a high tempo take big risks, which he probably would not because it's not ingrained in him like that, and that's why he's been consistent for Pakistan for so long. This question from Dhruvi. There are 3 eyes. What is it supposed to mean actually? Should India give Ishan a chance knowing his familiarity with Wankhede wicket and for whom versus Sri Lanka? Should India give a chance? No, I think India should stick with Shreyas Iyer. They have believed in him. Yes, he's gotten out a couple of times in similar fashion too, but let's not dig too deep into that. He's a good player who has a good record. He got a 50 against Pakistan, and I still believe he has it in him to get runs. So let's wait and watch. I would still back Shreyas Iyer. And this one from Ali Asgar Ayaz. Hello DK Anna. Who is your favourite commentator to cover a game alongside? I think I've had the most fun with Nasser. Atherton, I enjoy my time with him. Ravi Shastri is very different. His tonality is brilliant. If you do look at different commentators have different strengths. Ian Bishop, he does such good homework. And if you ask me who I've had good times with in the com box between Nasser Hussain and Michael Atherton, I think these two I've spent a lot of time with in the com box compared to the others. Now, I know this is the part you all wait for, the fun segment. Not so much cricket, but not so little cricket also. Somewhere in between, but mostly to do with the players. So let's get into this segment. So this fun segment is about other sports and who from this Indian team, only this Indian team actually, not anymore else. Only from this Indian team will fit the bill in these sports. Let's start. First sport is basketball. I've seen Shreyas Iyer play and I think he has some skill in basketball. That way actually he's a very natural sportsman. He plays quite a few sports. I won't be surprised if I repeat his name in something else. Football. I mean, in this team, I think Virat Kohli is a top player in football. And his favourite, sports personality, Ronaldo, you can understand why. Volleyball. I wish we could go to an ex-player because I've seen MS Dhoni play. He's very good. In this current team, let me stick to Surya Kumar. I think he's a good player. Chess. If Yuzvendra Chahal had been in the squad, easy answer, but he is not there. But the other guy who loves chess, and you shouldn't be surprised at all, is Ravichandran Ashwin. All through the 2022 T20 World Cup, all he was doing is playing chess. And he loves playing it. Esports. Ishan Kishan, no? And Shubman Gill, you just feel like they have it in them to play. These young Gen Z millennials. Athletics. Hardik Pandya, I think he'd be one who will be good at athletics in various events, 100 meter sprints, 400 meters. Tennis, Shreyas or Virat, I've seen them play, they're pretty decent. Golf, Rohit Sharma, he's got a lovely swing, hasn't he? So I think he'll be a great golfer. Last question, last sport, and the toughest of them all, boxing. Siraj, I will say Siraj. Maybe can be a decent boxer. Thank you again for watching episode 7. It's been a good episode with fun-filled questions, and most importantly, I hope you guys like the fun segment and give us some ideas also for fun segment. What can we do? Some different thing, something that can connect cricket to different things in life. But more important than all that, India plays Sri Lanka in Bombay on November 2nd. They are on a roll, and I don't see any reason why Sri Lanka should trouble them. But you never know in sport. We got to wait and watch. But for the moment, India are going all guns blazing, and I'm looking forward to a terrific game. All of you all watch it, enjoy it. Keep sending your questions in, #HeyCB, and I'll be happy to answer whatever you'll ask.